Perfect. Thank you very much, Rebecca. And welcome, everybody. So today, we are sitting at the verge of an explosion of data. Life science is experiencing, just like the other major industries, significant growth in the amount of data that they collect. For example, Roche is expected to double the data they collect every other year. This is a huge amount, and of course it does nothing to improve the data quality. So in addition to the huge amount of data, it also comes from different sources, from sensors, from ePro, from devices. And this data is expected to be looked at and analyzed in real time while protecting the patient safety, increasing the data quality, and cutting costs. So my name is Marc Desgrousilliers. I'm Chief Technology Officer at Clinovo. Clinovo is a clinical data provider focused on data acquisition, data integration, data analysis, and submission. We currently have over 40 studies underway, ranging from 20 to 20,000 subjects. And I'm here to talk about the major trends we see in clinical trials. I wanted to show this picture because this is what a clinical trial looks like from a system viewpoint. And as you can see, the data lives in different systems, different databases. The systems are not necessarily talking to each other. There is redundancy in the data. You have subject information in CTMS, EDC. And what happens if the subject gender is male in one system and female in the other? So those are, the current situation is causing huge issues. And we are looking at how we can improve the data quality and looking at this data in real time. So let's talk about real time. One of the trends we see is that people expect to see their data in real time. They don't want to wait for the next report or the next batch or the next extract. They want it to see right now as it gets collected. And the reason for that is that people want to be more reactive to the data, especially when it affects the patient safety and the product quality issues. By making faster and better decisions on this data treated or accessed in real time, this tends to lower the cost. The other trend that we see is patient-centered. So monitoring a patient at a clinical site is expensive. And while waiting for the next office visit, the patient may develop some adverse event. Data is also not collected in real time. So today there are technologies like smart biosensors and platforms such as the smartphones that allow the data to be collected in real time and transmitted to the systems. So patient-centered clinical trials are emerging as a way to collect better data in real time in a way that is much cheaper than the current alternative. Data integration has always been a trend in this industry. As we looked earlier, the data sits in silos of systems, not necessarily communicating with each other. And the issue is getting worse as the number of sources of the data increases. We're now dealing not only with data sitting in those databases, but banks of data sitting in the cloud, like big data. And the trend is toward integrating this data. There are several approaches taken by different companies. One of them is to develop gateways between the legacy system. Another approach is to use commercial products like Oracle Life Science Data Hub. And of course, there is the emergence of standards that allow people to basically collect the information in a standard format, such as CDISC-ODM, Operation Data Model, and HL7. Another trend that we see is self-service. People want to be empowered to build their own studies. They want to be able to generate from a protocol the studies. There is really no reason for people to pay such high prices for ADC system, for example. They should be empowered to my vision, or at least at Clinovo vision, if you can use PowerPoint, you should be able to generate your own CRF. You should be able to do drag and drop edit checks. And not only this, but the trend is going towards some subscription-based model. There's no reason for sponsors to pay thousands of dollars a month for a system awaiting for that is all built. So first you have to pay for the cost of building it. Now it's built, you're enrolling subject, the system is sitting idle, right? So you're paying for the hosting fee. So what we see, the trend we're seeing is people would like to go for a subscription type model where they would pay only for what they utilize, the number of CRFs collected, for example. And so the idea that you have to do a huge IT upfront investment should be a thing of the past. And so when we look at all the trends and needs, I'm very excited to see that the cloud is offering some technologies that will allow us to meet those needs. First of all, it's scalable, so it can grow as much as the data grows. It's accessible from anywhere, using any platform, and the data can be accessed in real time. And Clinovo is very bullish on this technology, and we are involved in cloud-based clinical systems. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, as an additional benefit, the cloud solution will be much cheaper than the current solutions.